Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ron Wallace with Ballin' Down South, and I got with me today another junior college, community college coach, Coach Joe Eatmon from Shelton State. How you doing, Coach?
Doing well, Ron. How are you?
Pretty good, Coach. It's a nice sunny day outside. I know you wish your guys weren't boggled down with this pandemic. Maybe we can get some open gym or something going on. But how's everything been going? Since the end of the season, the pandemic brought it short for you guys. You guys made it 28-5, 15-2, and you guys were the 21 seed in the NJCAA tournament.
It was definitely disappointing that we didn't get a chance to go to the national tournament, of course. For our sophomores, the national tournament is always a big recruiting tool for those guys. So, of course, they were disappointed we didn't get to go. But, everything happens for a reason, and everything more to life than basketball. So we kind of rolled with it. We were still able to place guys in college, at the next level. So we were fortunate.
Well, Coach, tell the people a little bit about your coaching here. I know you came from the high school level and then you got into coaching. Just speak on that for just a little bit.
Well, I tell people all the time, I've had an extremely blessed career. I started out as a grad assistant at West Alabama. I moved on and I did 1 year high school over at Linden High School for a year. And I was fortunate to be able to bounce back to the college level as a full-time assistant at West Alabama. I did that for 2 years, and I went down to Alabama Southern for was now Coastal North. I was 1 year at Coastal North as head coach. Then I came back home, came back to Shelton. I was an assistant under Coach Mohon for 4 years, and this just completed my fourth season as head coach here. So had a lot of success, won a lot of games. I think I've won 129 games in my 5 seasons as head coach. So we've been real fortunate.
Well, I know Shelton State is always a school name that's always been prominent in basketball, definitely in the years of late. So I can tell you this: it's every time somebody talk about college, community college basketball, Shelton State definitely is in the conversation. Can you talk about some of the guys that you've had on your squad this past season that went on, to a higher division?
We had 6'10" Dylan Robertson. He came in as a Division II transfer, spent his freshman year at Wingate. He signed with Sam Houston State out in Texas. We had Enquavius Pollard, who, he's from Lynette, Alabama. He was out in Kansas his freshman year. He was able to transfer back, and he signed with Nicholls State. We had MJ Bates, who's another local kid. He transferred from over in Mississippi. He's going to move on to Stillman College. And we had 6'9" Khalil Johnson, who's still available.
Wow.
He's going to end up playing basketball at the Division I level somewhere, just where he's still trying to decide. So, those were the four guys we had that kind of moved on to the NAIA in Division I level.
Wow, Khalil Johnson, 6'9". He was your tallest kid on your squad, Coach.
Well, Dylan was 6'10", so Dylan had him by about an inch, and Dylan was more of a 5. Khalil is more of a 3'4", 4'3" type guy. So I expect all those guys to have immediate impacts, at their programs they're moving on to.
Well, Coach, just talk about a little bit about you guys. You since you've been there, you guys had a winning program, and basically, what does it take to build such a program like yours?
We've been really fortunate. I think we've won 3 of the last 4 region championships here in Alabama. We've had about 14 guys move on to the Division I level. So, the first thing it takes is players. I tell guys all the time, I'm a much better coach when I've got good players. So, you got to be able to evaluate talent and go out and get, talented kids that are also good people. That's one thing I always pride myself in. When I came to Shelton, academically, it wasn't a great situation. We had went a couple of years without really graduating guys. And, this past year was the first year we've had 100% graduation rate. All our sophomores graduated
Wow.
this year. So we were very fortunate to be able to turn around the academic piece of it, and create opportunities for other guys. I say all the time, this isn't about me. This isn't about Shelton State. This is about creating opportunities for young men to be able to further their education and their athletic careers. So, we're fortunate. You got to I tell guys all the time, you got to be able to win on and off the court. If we win in championships on the court and not creating opportunities for guys to move to the next level while we're here, and then we got a good situation. Our guys work hard. We come in and we get after it. We lift. We're in the weight room year round. We're fortunate to have a strength and conditioning coach here at Shelton. And we're in the gym year round. I've got a young assistant, Marcus Anthony, that does a lot of the skill development stuff. So we've got a full staff. I got a veteran assistant, Eddie McCarter, who, he was 14 years as a Division I head coach at Texas and Arlington. So, it's a group effort. It's more than just me. We've got a good setup, and we have good players, and we got a good staff set up around it. So.
Well, I heard you touch on the academic side. How important is it, the academic part of being a student athlete is, not only just to the coach, but to the individual young men that come play for your program?
Well, I think the key, Ron, is getting them to understand how important the education is. I think at that age, a lot of guys come in and it's basketball, basketball, basketball. Then you sprinkle in being in a city like Tuscaloosa where there's something going on all the time. I think it's something you just got to you got to stress it, and you got to stress it every day. And, you got to make sure they're in class. You can't just turn them loose and let them go. So, it's important to us to stress the importance of an education, because I don't think a lot of guys coming out of high school, and especially going to community college, really get that aspect of it. But, once you get them to see past that and understand, look, I can't move on. I'm limiting my opportunities at the next level if I don't get the academic piece. Once they understand that, it runs a lot smoother.
Well, that's good. I'm always harping on academics when I'm talking to any athletes. They make sure you get it in the classroom as well as whatever sport you're playing. So, Coach, recruiting wise, let's touch on that a little bit. How has the recruiting been? Have you been recruiting in the southern part of the state, out of town, out of the country? How's that looking for you guys?
We're all over the place, to be honest. We're just about done. We've just about wrapped it up. I think we got a really good class. We signed the Andreas Barney kid out of Pike County, who's really good. We signed the two kids from Barber County, Ralph Williams and Willie Screws, who've got a chance to be really good. We signed some local guys. We try to sign some local guys every year, and we got a good group coming back. We signed the Martavius Burden from Lafayette. So we've got a good group coming in, along with the guys we got coming back. We signed two transfers this year. We signed a transfer from Spring Hill and another transfer from Bossier Parish over in Louisiana, who's going to be a really good player for us. So we got a good group coming in, but it's all about getting them here. Basketball, I always say basketball is not played on paper. If you look at my roster, we got a championship roster, but at the same time, we got to focus on guys coming in, working hard in the classroom and working hard on the court and getting better every day.
And Coach, for a kid to want to come play for your program, what do you expect? What do you look for in a kid? You can pretty much any position. What are you looking for, particularly in a kid, if you think he can play for your program?
I always say we recruit our core values. I got what I call the card principle. We focus on character. Then we focus on guys that want to be accountable on and off the court. And then we look at the respect factor of it. And then we look at guys that we feel like we can discipline, that's going to come in and discipline themselves. And like I said, in a city like Tuscaloosa, that aspect of it is important, because we got probably about 50,000 college students here in town. So anytime you put 50,000 teenagers in a small vicinity, you can only imagine some of the things that we have to deal with. So it's important that we find guys that want the right thing, that want to do the right thing, that want to get better and want to play at the next level. I tell guys all the time, if you're not looking to work hard and play hard, if you're not looking to get coached hard, if you can't be coached hard, I may not be the guy for you. Because we're gonna coach you hard and we're gonna work hard every day. But we definitely look at talent. Of course, I can't sit here and lie and say we're gonna have all great character kids and we don't care about whether they can play or not. That's not us. You got to have a total package. So that's kind of what we look for. Here we've got access. We try to mix it up and try to get a few transfers every year and try to get a few really good high school kids every year. So, we want the total package here at Shelton. So,
And that's good. Hey coach, we're gonna try to get you down here in the Mobile area to recruit some more of
oh
these
yeah,
kids from down here in this area. I'm
oh
very sure
yeah,
KT Thorne with Icon Sports. He's always putting on the fall league, spring league stuff. Of course, I've helped him out with some of that broadcasting, some of the games and stuff like that, and we're looking forward to doing
okay.
that again this year on the Ball Down South Sports Network. But again, man, we definitely thank you for coming on here today. Before I let you go, how have you been communicating, with some of your recruits and some of your guys that are going to be returning to the team?
We've been doing it all, Ron. We've been texting, we've been FaceTiming, we've been Zooming. We've been doing a little bit of everything. Just kind of stay in touch and make sure we've been emailing out, workouts to our guys, and I have them text check in when they get ready to work out and when they finish. So we've been doing all we can to kind of get our hands on them, over the summer. That's one fortunate thing we have here. We do pay for summer school, so we try to bring most of our guys in the summer. Of course, with the pandemic here, we're gonna bring them in wave this summer. We're gonna bring our sophomore guys in, for the full term, which is about 6 or 7 guys, and we're gonna bring all our guys in, all 15 of them in July for the second split and get to work. We've got, like I said again, we got great resources here. We got a team doctor. He's gonna come over twice a week and kind of test for the virus. If anybody's got any symptoms, we send them
Wow.
over to the University of Alabama where our team doctors are and get them tested. We've got full-time athletic trainer here who kind of monitors that for us. I actually had to get my temperature checked this morning to even come to work. They checking temperatures at the door here and handing out masks and gloves and everything. So, we're going to do some things and take some precautions this summer to make sure we kind of bring everybody in and make sure everybody's safe and healthy and stay that way throughout the rest of the summer.
Man, that's awesome, man. You guys are definitely taking precautions for this because we don't know how long this pandemic is going to last. I know the governor's putting stuff out. Different cities are actually, slowly trying to open businesses back up, stuff of that nature. Again, Coach, we thank you for coming on today. Anytime you want to come on, just shout at me and we'll get you on the network here, man. We definitely appreciate you for coming on.
All right. Thanks a lot, Ron. I appreciate it. I really enjoyed it, man.
All right, that's Coach Joe Eatmon, head basketball coach, Shelton State. Thank you.